Greetings. Welcome to another edition of OMT TV. In this video, I'm going to show you how to upload and manage documents for your website. So when we talk about documents on a website, we're usually talking about links to download things like PDFs and Word documents and things like that. So right now, we support uploading PDFs, Word documents, spreadsheets, PowerPoint presentations, and just general text files. A quick note, if you do decide to upload Word documents instead of PDFs, be mindful of the fact that all of the track changes will be present. So you may want to make a fresh copy so people can't see all your past changes and comments. In general, we recommend that you convert Word documents into PDFs unless you're going to want the user to be able to edit the text once they download it, which isn't usually the case. Also, PDFs are usually easier for people to open, simply because browsers handle them natively, and you can't always expect your user to have Microsoft Office installed. So it may be more difficult for people to open a Word document than as opposed to a PDF. So if you're able to do that, we'd highly recommend changing Word documents to PDFs. Some important information about copyright. The same rules for copyrighted images apply to PDFs or other documents. You must have permission to post it. One thing, particularly in the science fields, is you cannot assume it's okay to post PDFs of journal articles even if you're an author on the paper. You must check the terms of each journal. Some journals require that you link to their site and do not allow personal distribution of the article, including posting it on the museum's website. So please be sure for every single journal, because they're all different, make sure you check on this before you upload PDFs of the papers that you've authored. All right, so let's see how we would go about doing that. So I've got a page here and I would like to add a link to a PDF. So I'm going to edit our page and we'll put it here at the bottom. And just like an image, you put the cursor where you want your link to be and come up here to the Add Media button. So we click that and we have the media library. I already have one PDF in here, but just as an example, I'm going to drag one in and upload it anew. Like images, there's some fields to fill out here, although generally they're not used as much as the image fields are. Usually you don't have captions or descriptions. If you set your site up that people can link to the attachment page, that information will show, but that's usually not how we set things up and how people expect download links to work. So usually I just leave those blank. The title also does not show on the page, but as you'll see in a moment, when we actually embed it, it's what shows on the page as the link text. You can always change this. If you don't want to change it on the page, you can make the title something more applicable up here, but I'm going to leave it alone so that you can see how you can change that text in case you don't change it here. The only thing down here is we have the link to options, and by default it's set to media file because that's the behavior that you're probably used to, and that when you click a link it just immediately downloads the document. If you change it to attachment page, it's going to take you to a separate web page with a link to download the document, which is it seems like a very unnecessary second step, so you can just leave that on media file. All right, so let's insert into page. Now, as you can see, it put the title here as the link text. And I wanted to leave it this way because I wanted to show you how to edit this, because this is something that WordPress, I think, is a little bit of a hassle, and it's kind of an insider tip to make this less frustrating. Because you might want to just start hitting your delete button or your back button and changing it, but as you can see, it's deleting the whole link at once. So really what you need to do is just click somewhere in the middle of the link and then type what you actually want it to say. So we'll say download our brochure. And then just delete from the back and then go to the front and delete from the sides there. And then now you're going to have the link showing how you would like it to. You do not need to do things like this anymore, like put a PDF or anything like that indicating the type of document it is, because our website will put a little icon there automatically. So let's update this and we'll see how it looks. So we come up here, we'll view page, and how we have our download a brochure link, and see how we have this nice PDF icon that you don't have to do, it puts there by default. And of course, when you set it to attach to media file, it's going to do the default behavior, which is when you click it, you'll either download it, or in the case of PDFs, most browsers can just load them automatically, which is another reason why it's nice to use PDFs as your format. And even if you want to post spreadsheets and things, unless you want your users to be able to edit it, that's going to be easier for them to see and display if you change those into PDFs. So let's click back, and then we're here back on the web page. So that's all you need to know to add a document, a downloadable document to your page. I want to show you one other thing that may come up. So let's say that you have a new version of your brochure. How do you go about replacing that? Well, you come up to the dashboard and go to the media library, find your PDF and click on it, and then you'll see this says upload new file right here. So when you click that, first what you want to, something that's very easy to miss is this little choose file button. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to choose the file where your new PDF is. And let's see, let me look for my file. What would be a good one to use here? There we go. I'm going to click open. Now there's two options here. One is to just replace the file, and the other one is to replace the file, use a new file name, and update all links. As you'll learn in other YouTube videos, this is a better option for images when you're replacing images, but the top option is what you're going to want to do when you're replacing PDFs. And that's because other people may have linked to your document, and while this option replaces the links on the site, on our website, it doesn't do it for other external websites. So really the better way to handle PDF replacement is to just replace the file. So let's click upload. And there you have it. Now, it does seem like you need to click this update button here, but that's not really necessary. If you want to verify that it has been changed, you can click here. And when you might say to yourself, hey, this is what was here before. You may have to hit refresh to get the new document to show up, because it's probably cached by your browser. All right, so there you go. That's how to manage documents in your website. Thanks for watching.